I didn't post for a while because I took some time back to research about how to overcome my illness, and if you can say illness or multiple sclerosis. Um, and yeah, I took some time about finding out how I could overcome the illness. Document research about optimism, how to stay optimistic through adversity, like like a huge diagnosis. So yeah, let's start.
Hello there. I just wanted to do a quick shot on saying that it's a great way to get your vitamin D levels by going outside right now, and you don't get heated really. People with MS have a hard time with heat. Well, I know in my case that's actually what happens. And going going out and just and it's did I say it's a great way also of exercising? Like you can stay, you can whatever, like you can stay in the pool. There isn't a time limit. You can because you stay cold. Of course, it's a it's not as challenging as going for a walk under the sun. Um, that said, uh, I'm gonna move somewhere else.
Lemtrada, which is a treatment that destroys some of my immune cells and reboots the immune system, and then hopefully it doesn't attack my brain again. But things are going things are going I don't know how to say this. What I wanted to say is, what is MS? Multiple sclerosis is an autoimmune disease where the immune cells, some are taught to attack the myelin sheath, which is the sheath that covers the nerves in the cells in the brain and spinal cord. And hopefully my immune system will stop attacking what it's not supposed to attack, meaning vital tissues. Um, what is multiple sclerosis? I'm gonna draw in my board. I tried to draw something. So I'm going to try to draw a brain and illustrate what is happening in my immune system, in my brain. Did I say immune system? I hope it makes sense. What I'm showing here is, of course, the brain, and that is a neuron. And an illustration, that is an illustration of a neuron. What is in blue is what is called the myelin, and the myelin is what gets attacked by the immune system, and then which leads to sometimes what symptoms like numbness, blurred vision, or even slurred speech, or difficulty walking.
I accept the diagnosis. MS is only one thing happening in my life. By being present and understanding what's happening in my body, I also can try to communicate to cells what I would like to accomplish. I know that letting go will allow me to grow and be the person I want to be. Denial and frustration, I think, are what keeps us away from facing some of our hardships. It's easier to look for joy at the outside than to seek within ourselves and slowly find inside the answers we always have been meant to find. Oftentimes, a diagnosis of a chronic illness is or even can be seen like the beginning of a death sentence. I'm gonna try again. Like the beginning of a death sentence. Vulnerability is the opposite of saying that. It's accepting, letting go, and moving forward with whatever is coming our way. Being rigid and resisting change is what empowers the disease. Life can change, but we evolve. It brings more to the illness when we feed the ego and resist change. Don't be scared to ask for help. Altruism makes us more human. Selfishness is the opposite of what we are not. The disease exists, but it's not what holds my name. It's just a way of saying I have something broken inside.
I think that if you accept to view adversity like a new challenge, a new, an exciting new experience, I think that's when life becomes more meaningful. Anyone shouldn't be afraid of different. We should all strive for great things and become like water and accept, modulate. Yeah, I said water. We should be like water. Oh, about yeah, the good ego. Because I think it's good to spread positivity. Um, whatever the adversity, whatever what is hard, you know, life itself is not supposed to be easy. You can see it if you look at nature. Um, it's not supposed to be easy. It's not supposed to be all fun, all great. It's also challenging, but accepting adversity is also the greatest gift. When you know where you want to be and also what you want to become, I don't think the disease, either it be multiple sclerosis, cancer, and so on, hold they don't hold as much power, authority into you. And I think that when you know what you want to be, where you want to be, I think that's when you got something. Even though this mini death, diagnosis, chronic illness, blah 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 blah. Um, Although this mini death can sound like an end in itself, it can, if acceptance is already into the individual's perception, the illness can become the beginning of a new journey, a new thing, a refreshing breeze of something great. And I think what helps is holding that purpose. Thoughts on ego, which is the I of an individual, the I, the self of a person. The ego in a bad way, that's how I view it. The ego in a bad way is this illusion of what you should be. And it's something that holds you back from reality. If I could say, it makes you more of a victim. Being delusional of what you should be or where it should be doesn't make you. And it's the version within ourselves that want to stay rigid. It wants to stay rigid as a brick, and that won't come out from the wall because it feels stuck. The ego itself, the good ego, um, in which I view it, in which I see it, um, as good, is something that is fluid, that transforms, like you would see on with water. It adapts in any situation or circumstance. It moves forward with anything that is thrown to it. I mean, a good representation of a person that doesn't fear different is what I think what human beings should aim for.